there, so my name is Dr. Ray Lopez, and I will be teaching your Psychology 3153 course, Sensation and Perception, online this summer. This is a 10-week course. And what we're going to do now is go through the syllabus. So you should have by now already downloaded the syllabus and saved it to your hard drive. There's no need to print it out, but definitely have it open as we go through it. So, as I said, my name is Ray Lopez. You have my email address there, ray.lopez@utsa.edu. The URL that you see there, gosalsanet/5, is the URL for my webpage at the UTSA Department of Psychology website. My office is located in the MH building, but since this is an online course, I won't be holding any fixed office hours, which we will talk a little bit about that. And then finally, there's my phone number there, which you can use to leave messages or send a text message to that number. So let's go to the course objectives now. The objectives of this course are to provide you the opportunity to master the area of sensation and perception. So this includes the basics of how sensation and perception works, the organizational aspects of it, vision, hearing, all of the cutaneous senses, touch, pain, heat, cold, as well as your sense of your bodily sense, your kinesthetic sense. We're going to talk about all those different areas in this course. The prerequisite for this course is having completed 3403 experimental psychology with a grade of C or better. It's good for 3 credit hours. This course will utilize the Blackboard system, which you should have already gotten into by now. That's how you got to this recording. And of course you can get to it by going to utsablackboard.com. Now, back to my office hours. Since this is an online course, I would expect that most of our interactions will be through Blackboard and or through email. I will be setting up, well, not only can you use the email and the messaging system on Blackboard to get a hold of me or to interact, but I will also be setting up what are referred to in Blackboard as journals, which are basically private areas where you and I can exchange messages on Blackboard. You can use that to ask questions or, however you wish to communicate with me. I will also be setting up discussion boards where the messages that you post will be viewable by the entire class. And these messages are hopefully going to be related to questions you might have about different chapters. So please feel free to use the discussion board, the journal system on Blackboard, or email to get a hold of me. If you do want to speak to me for some reason, let me know. Send me a message, an email message, and we can set up a time where we can talk either face-to-face or on the phone. The textbook is required. It's an online course, so all of the detailed information that you're going to need to prepare for each test is going to be in the textbook. And the textbook is Goldstein's book, Sensation and Perception, the 10th edition. You need to get the 10th edition. The 9th edition probably won't do you much good, so get the 10th one. Let's see. So let's go now to lecture policy. So I do have lectures, lots of lectures actually. They are posted on YouTube. So the URL is listed there in number 1 under policy on lectures. The URL is go.salsa.net/B, letter B. That'll take you to my YouTube channel. And I will also post links to each lecture in order in Blackboard. So you can either click on the link in Blackboard or you can just go directly to YouTube and look at the lectures, however you want to do it. So since it's on YouTube, you can watch them on your phone or however you want to do it. Now the lectures are full-blown lectures. I figure since you're paying full price for a college class, you're going to want to get you're going to certainly want to get lectures from a professor who knows what they're talking about. So rather than just give you a book and tests, I do have lectures that cover all of the all of the main topics in each chapter. Each chapter is broken up into 5 to 7 lecture videos, and the videos are about 15 minutes each. Some are longer, some are shorter, but around 15 minutes each. One very important thing you need to realize about these videos is the first couple of chapters are horrible. The videos are terrible because I was just figuring out how to make videos. I didn't know what I was doing. But the later videos, I think from chapter 3 to the rest of the book, are pretty good. They're okay. But the first couple of chapters are not very good. So you kind of bear with me there. Now, I don't have any way of monitoring whether or not you watch the videos. It's kind of like coming to class, right? I don't really monitor. Well, I guess I could monitor that if I wanted to, but it's like taking attendance in class. I'm not going to do that, only because there's no way for me to verify with 100% accuracy and confidence, rather, that you actually did sit through and watch a whole video. There's no way for me to do that technically. So you can watch the videos. You don't have to watch the videos. It's up to you. They do help, especially with this topic. This is a very complex topic, and I think the explanations that I provided in the videos will help. In terms of class participations, I will provide Blackboard journals, as I said. So the messages that you write in a Blackboard journal are only viewable by you and me. So if you want to ask questions but you feel shy about it, please put them in the journal and we can communicate that way. We can also communicate via email, of course. And the other thing too is I will have a discussion board where we can have discussions about the topics in the chapter. And I really hope you do that. I'm not going to grade you for participation in Blackboard. You do not receive a grade for that. But if you do have questions, I hope you're not too shy about it, and we'll post directly in the discussion area. So let's move now to policy on exams on page 2 of the syllabus. All of the exams are going to be given online in Blackboard. So there's no need for you to come to the UTSA campus. Everything's online in Blackboard. Now, I'm going to have a grand total in this summer session of 10 little exams of 25 questions apiece. All right, so 10 exams of 25 questions apiece. And I'll show you when we get to the calendar what the distribution of those exams is going to be. But bear in mind, right now there's going to be 10 exams. And there's going to be due dates for each exam. So you're basically going to have to take one exam per week during this course. Roughly, it's one exam per week. I've set them up so that they are due to be completed on Mondays. So if you have to, you can do like a weekend thing and get it done. But you basically, this is to keep you on track so that you don't like kind of slouch and say, oh well, I'll get it all done at the end of the session, and then you're behind, right? So this is a good way to make sure students sort of keep up with the work. So you will have these 10 exams. They will have due dates when they should be completed, which are on the course calendar, which we will get to at the back of the syllabus. Any exams you don't complete by the due date will all automatically go to a 0, so make sure you get it done. Now, the exams are locked down pretty hard because basically I have no way of policing how you take the exams. You guys are going to cheat, you're going to be talking to each other, you're going to be having your book out. So to compensate for all of that evil behavior when you're taking an exam, their following policies are going to be in order. First of all, each exam can only be attempted one time. So when you're going to take an exam, make sure you have a good internet connection and make sure you have time to complete it. Because once you start the exam, the clock starts, and you're going to have 20 minutes to complete a 25-item exam. So each 25-item multiple choice test, you're only going to get 20 minutes. So sit down and make sure you have the focus and the time to take that exam, because if you bail out or if you start the attempt and then decide you don't want to do it, that's it. You're going to get a 0. So once you start the attempt, you can only do it one time, and you've only got 25 minutes. So absolutely make sure you have a good connection to the internet when you make the exam. Make sure your computer is not going to start updating itself or reboot itself. So make sure you have all your updates done on your computer. Make sure you're having problems with any antivirus or firewall. Make sure you've got all that figured out. And then make sure you can have a full 20 minutes to complete the 25-item multiple choice test. There will be no makeup exams, so you're basically completing these on your own pace, so there's no makeup exams. So there's that. Let's see, let's go to page 3, the grading system. So here's the rubric that you're going to be graded on. Basically, I'm going to give 10 exams of 25 questions each. And those 10 exams are going to constitute your entire grade. So each exam is worth 10% of your grade for a grand total of 100%. So pretty straightforward. 10 exams, 10% of your grade. Get them all done, and you will know, you will have a really good idea what your grade is at any given time by just averaging out the grades, the exam grades that you have at any given time. Let's see, what else? Let's go to page 4. There's a lot about academic dishonesty here. I mean, like I said, I can't police you taking the exams. You're going to do what you're going to do. But bear in mind that if somehow or another you are caught, it's not good to be caught cheating. It's very not good to be caught cheating. But since we're not going to be doing any papers or anything like that in this summer course, that's less of an issue here. All I have to say is I would appreciate it if you guys would be honest and take the exams on your own merit, and prepare for them on your own merit. So don't cheat, basically. Let's see. So, on page 5, dropping the course, be sure to go to ASAP. That's asap.utsa.edu, and get the academic calendar, the PDF file for the academic calendar for summer 2016, and make sure that you get the dates for dropping the course. Make sure you have that, you know what that date is. Hopefully you won't have to drop it, right? Hopefully everything will go well, but just keep that date in mind so that you know when, if worse comes to worse, you have to drop the course, you know when you can do it without anything bad happening. Because after that course drops, I can't drop you, so you're pretty much screwed. You'll have whatever grade you have, right? So here's the course calendar, right? On the middle of chapter 5. I'm sorry, the middle of page 5. Here's the course calendar. So the first exam, exam 1, is going to be due on the 6th of June. And that covers chapters 1 and 2. So you have 25 questions on both of those chapters. And then exam 2 is going to cover 3 and 4. And that exam is due on the 13th of June. Exam 3 is going to be only on chapter 5. And that will be due on the 20th of June. Exam 4 covers chapter 6. And that will be due on the 27th of June. Exam 5 covers chapter 7, and that will be due on July the 4th, Independence Day. Exam 6, we're going to skip chapter 8, so no chapter 8. So exam 6 will cover chapter 9, and that will be due on the 11th of July, Monday, 11th of July. We're going to skip chapter 10, no chapter 10, and we're going to go straight to chapter 11, and that's for exam 7, and that will be due on the 18th of July. Exam 8 is on chapter 13 of your book, and that will be due on the 25th of July. The ninth exam is going to cover chapter 14, and that's due on August the 1st. And then finally, the very last exam, chapter 10, is due on the last day of finals, which is 13th of August. All right, so you've got your calendar here. And so basically you know that you have to study these chapters and get them all and get the test completed by the end of each one of those days. Now, the test will be set so that it will be locked at 11:59 p.m. on each one of those days. So, for example, if you wanted to do exam 1 on the 6th of June, you have to start it. So I'm giving you 20 minutes to do the exam, right? So you have to start it by 11:40, I guess, right? 11:39 p.m. and so that you can get it in right before it locks up at the end of the day. So Blackboard will be locking these exams at the end of each one of these days, but please, please, please remember that you have to have these exams done by these dates, okay? Please remember that. Finally, on page 5, we have important websites. So there's the Blackboard URL. There's the URL for my YouTube channel where all the lecture videos are located. There's a URL for ASAP. There's a URL for Blue Book. Blue Book, which nobody knows about, but Blue Book is the website where we keep all of our schedules and our syllabi. So if you want to download a copy of the syllabus, you can go to Blue Book. The services for students and the Roadrunner Creed are at this URL here, Provost, UTSA EDU, and then the UTSA Code of Conduct is at this very long URL here. So to wrap it up, this is Sensation and Perception using the Goldstein 10th edition textbook. We have 10 exams, each worth 10% of your grade. Each one of those exams has a due date during the course of this summer session. That's located in the course calendar. If you do not finish your exam by the due date, you will get a 0 on the exam. If you have any questions, please post them either in your student journal or in the discussion forum in the Blackboard website for this class. And good luck.